don't wake me from this.
What's going on, legends? LGG Alden here. Today I'm back in the forest. Before I do this update video, guys, on 0.36, I want to apologize for not making an update video last time and the lack of forest videos in general. There was a glitch with my game when the game last updated, but now that it's updated again, I can finally run it good and we can actually play it and we're good. So, other than that, let's get into this update and see what cool stuff we have. So one of the bigger things that was added, it was added last update actually, but because I didn't do a video, we have to look at it now. Obviously, it's what you see in front of you. There is a brand new title screen, and anybody who's played it recently, you obviously know that this has been here since the last update, but I think it's very well needed that we needed a brand new title screen, something beautiful and amazing and just different than the boring, basic black screen with like nothing really going on. So now we have some animations, some cool little stuff, things like that. And actually one thing they did build upon with this update was the options screen. I believe they changed all this now too, so it looks amazing. I love it. I love the way this works, and it's just something that makes it more exciting to come into the game. So this update revolves a lot around the most massive geological feature in the forest, which is the giant sinkhole. So a few things that they actually changed to this. One, the greatest thing to this, which I actually really like, even though this is probably not really a huge thing, it still actually adds a lot. They removed collisions. So as you can see, normally you wouldn't make it this far down. You would fall down or you'd hit into some weird collision box and you're never able to actually fall down the sinkhole. So now they did add actual collisions down here, or no longer added collisions. So you can actually go, and if you wanted to, you can jump off, which maybe at the end of this video I will show you guys what that is like. And also the hole down there. Now if you guys see that down there, we are going to go down there and I will show you guys that, yeah, and I'll actually explain more when we go down there. But there is no longer a barricade or a collision thing blocking that. So for now, I'm going to head down there and then I'll show you guys a little bit more. So now we're at the bottom, guys. One warning I want to give: if you're going to attempt to come down here and do what I'm doing, you have to be careful and you have to be very prepared, because if you know anything about the mutants, such as the, I don't even know the terms for some of them, the cow one, there's Armsy, all the other ones, they are down here. There are crazy amounts of enemies, mutants and all that. They are very strong, very powerful. You do not want to mess with them, especially if you are not ready, if you are not capable of fighting them. So be careful when you come down here. This is basically like going into a coliseum. It's insane. They do have actually some cool doors too to go into it, so you know you're getting yourself into some real stuff. But we're gonna check out the cave hole, which is right down here. So here we go, guys. We're heading into the cave, which you actually have to swim into. This is the hole that you were never able to get into prior to this update. Now, I don't know what's with the water and everything, if they plan to get rid of that. I actually have not really explored into it, so this is kind of like a first for all of us. Not too sure. You might actually need a rebreather if you don't have the air for it. Can we like find some air or something? I don't actually know. I'm not sure. Either way, we're gonna keep going. So yeah, I'm not sure how this is meant to look. Obviously this looks really oh duh, there was some like breathing thing. Okay, cool. So yeah, as you can see, this is, maybe it's supposed to not have water, and maybe this is just kind of glitchy that it should have water in it. Let's see, we can't pull out wait, yes we can. No, we can't, never mind. And I believe, yeah, so tell me what you guys think. Maybe for some of you there isn't water here. I know the game is always different for everybody. It's kind of weird how they do it, but it is. So yeah, this looks like it could be a normal cave, but I don't know exactly the purpose of having all this water in here. Maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's a glitch, maybe it's not, maybe it's something. Who knows? You guys tell me in the comments about this a little bit more. This is weird, but I think it's cool now that we can get into here. But we're actually going to head back out of here, guys, and I'll show you guys a few more things that this update has. There are two new buildable things, guys, that were added this update. One of them sort of could have to do with the sinkhole and adding the no longer having the collision and all that. but it's not directly related to it, but it definitely is something that is useful. So if you go to a platform, now we're talking a basic platform, this one right here, and you take it, obviously it looks like this anywhere else. But now if you hold it up to a wall, a steep enough rock wall, it will turn into this, which as you can see, you can just pretty much set it to whatever side you want. And yeah, so now just building it, pretty much that means you have yourself a platform on a wall, which could be a lot more useful when it comes to building on like very steep walls such as the sinkhole. So to build this, it's, as you can see, it just says 6 logs. It depends on, I guess probably it'll always be 6 logs most likely. Depends, maybe certain things can change that, but I'm not too sure. And I'm not really going to build it because it's pretty obvious what it'll do, but it's just another cool platform you can build on walls. With that new platform, guys, with the new side platforms and the fact that the sinkhole is opened, that actually gives us a couple of options. We can now do new bases, which are built on the sides of the sinkhole or in the sinkhole in general, like stuff like that. So maybe I'll do a base building guide on that pretty soon, so that should be something we can try out and see what we can make. The other cool building we have, guys, is a multi-thrower, or the catapult. Now, last update, they actually did add this, as you can see right here, the catapult, but last update, the only thing it could throw was rocks. Now they have added it so it can throw a lot of cool things, so I'm going to build this quickly, guys, and then we'll show off a couple of the cool things you can do with it. This is the finished product, guys. This is what it should look like. Now, the way to use this is depending on what items you want to throw. Now, we're going to use basic rocks. So this is kind of how it was last update, except as you can see, we just throw in a bunch of rocks, and we have all of those. Now, if we go ahead and launch this, as you can see, it throws in as many items as it can fit, which looks like about 3 rocks at the maximum for rocks. And you pretty much aim it wherever that line is where it should land, right about there. So this is kind of neat. This was added, and it's kind of similar to the last update one, except, like I said, we can throw more, which I'm going to show you those more items, or some of them that we can throw. And yeah, so it's a good weapon or a good thing to put in your base, especially if you have like higher up or defensive walls. Put some sort of a platform, and the next thing you know, you just have this sitting up there and you can shoot it. So you just click and it shoots them just like that. So I love how this thing works. I think it's awesome and it's pretty cool. So the other things that you can throw is actually, I believe, Molotovs is one of them that they said you can put in it. So we're going to try that out. So we'll put in a few of them, see what happens. Let's see. It looks like yes, you can. So yeah, you throw in some Molotovs, and apparently, here we go, it throws in a Molotov. So let's see if it actually lights on fire, which I think it should. There it goes. There you have it. It will set on fire. And apparently you can do multiple and cause even more damage. So let's try that out. There it goes. Right over there, completely weird sideways angled, but it did it. The other things you can throw in here are explosives. You can throw a lot of stuff, I believe. Explosives and Molotovs are some of the major things to keep track of, because if you think about it, those are some of the major stuff to throw. Like, you want to be able to kill them, and those are some destructive things. I'm pretty sure you can throw tennis balls in there. You can put a lot of other stuff. Actually, let's try a stick. I don't know that you can do that. Apparently you can. So yeah, this thing can throw a lot of stuff. I don't know why you would want to throw sticks, but you can. So yeah, you can throw whatever you really want. I think there's a lot of stuff, and go ahead and try it out. Tell me in the comments, actually, guys, another thing. What's some of the most unique things you found you can throw? Maybe you can throw animal heads. Maybe you can throw... Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure what the possibilities are. They don't really tell you too much. But either way, I think it's awesome, and I love this thing. I love that they have this. I would have really wanted to cover this last update, but like I said, when the game was broken, so I'm glad we can at least do it now. The last few things I want to tell you guys are, you know, just the other things, the other stuff that maybe I can't always show, or that I didn't get to show, but definitely worth knowing. Some of the stuff that they added, Timmy's drawings. Now, Timmy is your child in the game, the one that gets stolen. He has drawings. You can actually pick them up, and they do go into this section of the book, which is the little notes, I believe. So they will go into there, but you can actually take them, and they'll go into your inventory now, and with that, you can look at them, you can examine them and all that, but you can place them. So you can place them on your walls as decorations, which is kind of cool, but kind of creepy at the same time, but it's awesome. So you can do that. Also, saves. With saving the game, there's a few little things and other stuff, like a couple different things. Some of them that are, you know, just to give an example. Say, for instance, your weapon has blood on it, like mine does have blood on it. Or if I was to paint it with some sort of blue or orange paint, it'll actually save it on the weapon. And there's other things that are saved in the world, you know, just little things, minor things, but stuff that does actually make a difference if you really were to look into it. So it's kind of awesome. And one last thing that I want to let you guys know, and I want to see what you guys know about this, and if anybody knows, comment this below. This is one thing I really want to know, so comment that, that's for sure, is a new art was added, but if you look in the update text, or the update file link, which I will have down below, you will see that it says removed, or spoiler removed, or something. So that basically means there was a new art added that is some sort of a spoiler. So if anybody knows, anybody has the details, or has found it, comment that. I want to know what you guys know about this. And yeah, so if you guys don't want to know a spoiler, don't look in the comments. Simple as that, I guess, sort of. Who knows? One last thing that I almost forgot. Eating arms and legs, or cooked arms and legs, actually gives you a bone now, which isn't a huge thing, but it's still a bone to get, so, you know, why not? Just something to have. And I believe that's it, guys, for this update. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Like I said, I apologize for not doing last update. And, of course, the way we're going to end this, guys, is by jumping into the sinkhole. I wanted to show you guys how that works. So thank you guys so much for watching, though. And let's just see what happens, because, you know, why not? Here we go. And you're practically going to die. It's all over. Bam! Yeah, you're dead. So it looks like you actually come to a cave. Now that's the outcome, guys. That's what happened. I don't know if you guys were too interested in that, but I thought that was kind of funny, so I figured we tried it out. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to be a legend, and I will see you guys next time.